I tell you what, life is just hard and it continuously just gives you more and more challenges. In this case, I'm gonna try to help someone else with their challenges. So I have a friend whose house caught on fire and kind of gutted the inside, and they were in the process of redoing everything, you know, taking down all the sheetrock and fixing it. And he got a call at 1 a.m. that his other house was on fire. He had just bought a rental house before his first house fire, and it had been pretty much gutted. He was going to renovate it and fix it up. Well, someone broke into the house and was doing drugs in the house, caught it on fire, burnt it to the ground. Now he's had to invest a bunch of money. He rented equipment and a roll-off and hauled a bunch of stuff off, got what he could. Now the city's hounding him that he's got to clean up the rest. It's a big, awful, terrible mess that no one would want to deal with. And he had no insurance because he just bought the house and it needed renovated. So I'm gonna take the mini skid steer over there, see if I can help him out, you know? I try to take on as many of these types of projects as I can to do something for someone who needs a hand. So let's get out there and see what we can get done. All right, so he's already spent a lot of money on cleanup here, and he's trying not to spend any more money. He's been clearing this mess by hand by sticking it in these totes. I said it would sure help a lot to have a dump trailer, and I miss mine every day. I've been looking around. I really want another dump trailer, but I just can't justify the spending right now. So if you look at this mess, trying to clean this up by hand would be a disaster. The structure here, the foundation and this floor are staying for now, but we've got to get everything that burned like this loaded up, or as much as I can. Just thinking about what a mess this is to deal with. And I did a house like this I bought for $14,000, put sweat equity into it, renovated it after years of hard work, came out a little bit of a head. But when you buy a property like this, you can't really insure it because it's not in an insurable state when you buy it until you make your renovations. So the fact that now he's got this mess to deal with is pretty crazy, and someone burned this house down and just walked away with no consequence. So the only reason I have access to this Baumolite mini skid steer is because I make these videos. And I feel like that's a huge blessing that I'm not always sure I deserve. So I've talked about this before, but one way I try to pay that forward is doing jobs like this for people and not charging anything. When I got contacted by the property owner, he asked me if he could rent my machine. And it's actually not my machine. I don't own it, so I don't want to rent it out, but I'll come do the work for free, especially since I know the story and I know he's a hardworking guy who has a full-time job and mows yards on the side. And I think that these types of renovation projects on these rundown houses is a great community service. A lot of these small towns have too many houses that have been neglected, and renovating these improves the community. And in this case, he didn't do anything wrong. Someone broke into his house, and now he's going to take a huge financial loss, and he was stuck with the prospect of cleaning all this up by hand. I wish I could help him even more, but I need a dump trailer for that. If we had a dump trailer, this would be dramatically better. He's got a tremendous amount of work in front of him unloading this at the dump. And I didn't solve the problem here. It's still a big mess. But I think I might have saved him a few days of work trying to load this with a shovel and a rake. And I feel good about it. And also, I would say this machine was an excellent choice for this. A tractor would have a hard time maneuvering in here and getting up close to the building. This thing is ideal for situations like this in a small area. It's got plenty of lift capacity. Anything it can get a hold of, it can pretty much carry. So, I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos. I'll see you next time.